It all began on a Wednesday afternoon. I was sitting helplessly and bored and tired in the newsroom, my nose filled with dusty headlines, my hands tired of editing and writing news reports, and my mouth stressed from speaking into the studio microphone. 2 days or more later, an average-age woman of about 50 years, whom I've never known or never seen, will request me to leave my job as a young broadcast journalist and join her in a work she does with an international peace-building organization. That woman with fire extinguisher belt inside her soul. She is a reservoir of kindness and value. She knew and confident that poetry did not teach me how to be a good man. It taught me how to be a good human being. She was confident and she knew that poetry is not the only way I have passed, but storytelling is another tool for me. So, I accepted the offer, though I was very, very much lucky not to be killed by my parents for agreeing to accept a temporary job with a non-governmental organization that might go and drop a permanent journalism work. I accepted the offer and we were to work on a UNICEF-funded project targeting children formerly associated with armed groups. So after accepting the offer, we began the work. So I'm to work with around 40 children. So we began the job, and not like every worker that goes to work from Monday to Friday, I have an extra Saturday. So every Saturday for X months, I'll wake up in the morning as early as 7 a.m. and head to the office. I'll meet these children waiting for me. I will talk, share stories, and will virtually spend half of the day learning. So when I encountered these children, I was drawn by their inspiration. I was drawn by the diversity of their songs. And when our hands shake, I could feel the shock sending currents into their bodies. I find my palms jumping onto their shoulders, so we began to mold stories into drama. Shipping words from the ocean of our imagination, I realized that in a very short while, I was already building bricks and laying foundation of confidence into these children. Though building the capacities of these children in presentation skills, in drama, in poetry, in storytelling, is not the project objective. They are only beneficiaries of the project, but only the project has a media component which allows for development of content in the form of stories and so on. But being the passionate storyteller and writer and poet that I am, I see it as a big opportunity to do something I love doing the most. So I brought the children together. And this is something I have always loved. I have always loved to do storytellings, either teach them or produce storytelling that are universal, storytelling that is relevant to every member of the society, storytelling that go beyond pages. And I'm so much interested in poetry that are inclusive, poetry not just for poets, but poetry for everybody. So I realized that I was already pursuing a healing passion. I was pursuing a healing passion that means testing blood pressure with a string of a microphone, correcting 6 beds with my poems, healing disability with storylines. I realized that I was changing the face of the hospital with my stage. My father will never know that. I am still the doctor that he always wants me to be. So, in a few months, my children were developing. In a few months, their capacities have been built, stories were being created. So the children transformed. They transformed from helpless children with walking stick to celebrated local artists. They were transformed from children who walk with wheelchairs to talented smart storytellers who have participated in global conversations in the areas of education, child rights, human rights, gender issues with their drama. In a short while, one of the students, Ibrahim, a blind boy of 17 years, could gather his friends under the tree and listen to him while he participates in a program that runs on a national radio station. In a short while, Falmata, a 15-year-old crippled girl, could be called to participate in various radio drama as an actor playing diverse roles. And in a very short while, a blind boy of 17 years could single-handedly operate an Android phone and even drop me a voice message on WhatsApp and we will chat. This is something which I gain and realize with my stories. So I thought it would be a good idea to go for inclusive poetry and universal storytelling, which means that I could create stories, teach or produce for people, for common people who do not have bachelor's degree and master's and PhDs, people that are not educated, people who do not understand English. Of course, coming from a country like Nigeria with over 300 languages, it means that you have about 300 ways to say I love you, you have about 300 ways to say I hate you, you have about 300 ways to say I can do it. So I chose that kind of storytelling. And I choose inclusive poetry, poetry that are relevant to everybody, to non-poets, storytelling that is relevant to 40-year-old Nekosei by the roadside, poetry that is inclusive to the uneducated 26-year-old young man walking on the street or hawking sachet water on highways, giving them a reason to wake up every morning, giving them a reason to wake up every morning, giving them a reason to wake up every morning. And this reason is my reason to wake up tomorrow.